Well, okay. So let me go back in. I'm going to share my screen again. So on the discussion, the chapter review discussions, you're going to use this same link. I think this can happen. This is my first time doing this in class with everybody for them to use the same section, forum topic. Of course, you just click it on, see if it's going to let me do it. Okay. And then you just add your post. So make sure when you do this, label it. Current news statistics is it's the news article though. Hold on. I do need to chapter review summaries at the topic. There are no topics. Oh, I see what I needed to do. It's okay. I see why y'all don't see it or how to post it because I didn't add the topic. Hold on. Now you all are able to go in and add your topic after I save this. Okay, so go in now if you can see that and tell me if you see the chapter review summaries on your end. See this section right here? Pull this out the way. So everyone sees that now?
Yes, ma'am, I see it.
Oh, good. Okay. So can you click it? And when you click it, let me see if I can do it. Change this view.
You have to go to for us, you'll basically have to go click discussion forum. You'll scroll down and see the ones we already did. And then
Chapter.
after you scroll down, it says chapter review summaries. And I clicked it and it's saying, yeah, chapter review summaries, read the chapter readings. Yeah.
Okay, good. So now I'm at your student view. I'm seeing what you're seeing now. So of course I can't click it because I'm the instructor for the class, professor. So once you click it, then you just go in and at the top where it says the subject part for line, just put in chapter one summary, review summary, chapter one. And then for each chapter, so I know that it's labeled, for chapter one, chapter two, chapter three, and so on and so forth. Okay. So when you do your chapter reviews and answer the questions, let me get out of this. You will need to summarize each chapter. So basically, what you're going to do is summarize what you learned from in one paragraph, short and sweet. And then the second part, and it'll be good if you just use the same outline, one, two, three, like under, you just say number one, summarize, and then under it, you can say, put your summary there. Then number two, discuss the three key issues. So for number two, you're going to say one, number one key point, and then number two key point, number three key point, like I said, and so on. And then after the third paragraph of the third question that you'll answer, it'll be easy for everybody to follow and for me as well. Uh, then you're going to put your everyday life example of how this statistic relates in everyday life. What about what you learned about it? So basically, something that you have done personally that you could say, oh, okay, we can use this as a way to um, since it's nominal data, we can just use it for counting or male, female, or whatever it may be, uh, using it that way. So, does everyone understand what to do with their chapter summaries? So, each week you would go in and label it chapter one, whatever the chapter is you're doing, and then I'll know so that you'll get credit for it that way. Any questions on that? Okay,
I
let's see.
have one.
Okay, can you add
Uh,
the due dates as well? Oh, okay. Go ahead. Who
yeah, I
said?
was gonna ask, do you want the chapter review summaries to be every Thursday at 11:59 or
I'm in class. Let me call you back. Bye. Um, let's see here. Th- Well, I think so. My last session that I had with you guys is what I want to do with the chapter. So each chapter is actually supposed to coincide with each week anyway. So, but how I do it because it's to give leniency. So for the whole up until midterms, I kind of leave things open even if it's closed. So if it has a date and it's closed, um, um, I give you time to do it. I mean, I don't, it's kind of good and bad because some people procrastinate and wait till the last minute to do stuff, and then others will just do it. So, I mean, if you do it during the due date time span, then I'll grade it if you're finished with it. But things happen. So, um, let's see here. So as you can see, chapter readings and videos. Let me see. That hasn't been, I have not opened that yet. Hold on 1 second. Um, so for the discussion side of it, basically, I will, I, I'm trying to think, how do I want to do this? So, like for last week, it should have been due for, I want to say, probably on a Wednesday before class. So I'll just, and since this is going to be broad, because I'm using this same topic area for all of them, and so I would say just go by the syllabus. So for chapter one, of course, we passed chapter one. I'm not going to take off points because it's late right now. So, um, so I would like them to be done before class, so that like that Wednesday night at 11:55 to get it in. Does that make sense? And I'll put and because this is a broad I'm using the same heading for all of your chapter reviews. I don't want to put a date in there, but just know weekly if it's chapter one, chapter two, like this week, chapter two should be due. Chapter three, Wednesday, it should be due right before class on Thursday. So that's how I'm gonna do it. But like I said, it's gonna be lenient just because things happen, but I do want you all to have it in at that time. And like I said, I'll just do a blanketed, let's see, this is August, September, October. So it might be the end of September and the date that I have for everything to be done. But I just don't want you all to get behind. But again, it's weekly. So get it in weekly by a day before class, like on that Wednesday from this day forward. And like I said, I'm not deducting any points being late. Now, say for instance, you've done pretty much all of them, or if you've done all of them, that's gravy, that's good. But if you have completed some of them and you have a few more, it's going to be due a week before midterms, like all of the previous ones up until the ones that are due that week, it'll be needing to be done. So like, and usually midterms is that the ninth week. So it's like second week in October usually is when midterms happens. And that way it'll give me time to grade everything. And that way you'll have an overall grade. Does that make sense to you guys? I'll go back in here. Does
So
that make
basically,
sense?
all of the chapter assignments will be due the day before class every Wednesday.
Yes. And of course, you can't go back tracking from last week. That's fine. But you can get caught up and just post it and just make sure it's labeled chapter one, review summary, chapter two, review summary every time you post. And then make sure you respond to two people for sure during your posts and stuff. And again, if people are kind of slow to post, but if that happens, just wait and just go back in and respond to their posts.
Will it be due Wednesdays at 11:59?
55
Okay.
p.m. Yeah, and like I said, I'll put a blanketed time out there or date out there to encompass October's date. Not October, well, probably the end of September,
Okay.
so that all of it will be in. All right. Okay. Any other questions as well about that? Has anyone gotten a chance to do like read chapter one at least? Not yet. Yeah. Okay. All right. Miracle, I haven't seen you on camera yet. Naaman, Jamisha. Let
Oh,
me see.
there is a Kimber Williams. She's been
Oh,
trying to
Kimber.
email you, and she's mistakenly included everybody in the email.
Oh,
But
is
she's
she?
basically saying she's been trying to get into class for like since class started, and she's not understanding how to get in. I think she said she lost the link.
Okay. Can you do me a favor and just post the link for me, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. And it's in news and announcements, I think, right? I put it in there
Let's
as
see.
well, isn't it? It was in the email to you guys as well. Let me go back in
What?
here. JICS. Like to news and please subscribe to news and announcements. If you haven't, do that now. Yes. So just let her know it's in news and announcements.
Okay.
And I don't know if everyone's cleared, so she might not have been cleared, and that's why she can't get into news and announcements. So if you could just send her the link for me. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Well, before we go though, I do want to ask you all, and we talked about what is statistics. If you do you all have the Padlet link right now? Okay. So go to the Padlet. I'm gonna share my screen again. So I have it up. Let's see here. This one. So, hey, Kimber. I see she's on there.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
So she just needs to be on Zoom with
Yep.
us.
I'm sending it to her now.
Okay. Thank you. And a
No
comment.
problem.
Complete text and images copied now. All right. So what I want you all to do is tell me your own definition. What is statistics? And give me an example of something you know already about statistics on
Like,
Padlet,
okay.
on Padlet, so everyone can see.
I wrote hi on there just to see if you could see mine, and I don't see it popping up on your screen.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Huh.
Because
You are on the link that says discussion topics goes here?
yes.
Let me refresh maybe. Let me get out of it.
Oh, I see it.
You
You see
do?
mine, Majay?
Mm-hmm.
Why can't
Okay.
I see it? That's weird.
You probably just need to refresh it or something.
Yeah, let me just log
I don't
out.
know if it's supposed to be one of those platforms that update as it goes, but
It's been a long time since I used it. It used to just, I mean, once people are on there, it's basically on there. You could see everybody typing and all that. So uh I decided to use it this time around to see if it does the same thing. Yep. Okay. I just need to refresh it. It was timed out too long. Okay. So Jariah. Okay. What is this? The Y. Oh, let me delete that. Let me delete this out and just post the Y under the discussion forum, the introduction section. Delete it. It didn't update. Everybody's typing. Kimber, are you on? Well, okay, I see someone's typing. I see M is on there. It says, well, it went away.
oh, that might be me.
Somebody's doing something. Is everyone still just typing?
Yes,
Because I
ma'am.
somebody. So let's see. Has it, so is anybody seeing everyone else's post? Jariah 3 minutes ago said hi.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So put on there. So what I want you all to type in there is your definition of statistics and an example of statistics. Is anyone else seeing everyone else's? So I guess all that I'm seeing on my screen, on your screen, are you seeing just Jariah and Kimber's and myself? Okay. Okay. There you go. There we are. Getting some movement. Jariah said the definition of statistics is the science of gathering, organizing. Oh, you got the definition of the book, huh? Interpreting and presenting data in order to reach conclusions or make decisions, and enables us to meaningfully interpret data and numbers. An example of this would be, let's say a teacher is interested in the math test results of her class to determine whether the majority of the students understood the lesson or if further review is required. She gathers the data, the scores of all 30 students, calculates the average score, which is a statistic. Very good, Jariah. I see you've been reading your book. All right, you go, girl. All right, I'm gonna delete this one since nothing else is on it, Jariah. Okay, Maud said statistics is the recording of data both based on surveys, intended populations, and other methods. For example, someone may take a poll of which mayoral candidate Chicago voters are more favorable towards. Okay, very good. All right. We got some more people typing. Let's see here. See who else is here. Miracle. Let's see you. Let's see who else is on here. Jamisha still here. Jamisha, are you here? Can you tell me? Say hello. Hey, Kimbra. Oh,
I'm
there
here.
you are. How you doing? Okay.
Good. How are you?
All right. Are you able to get on
Hey,
to the Padlet?
hey,
Hey,
yes,
Kimber.
ma'am.
You
Hey,
got
yes, yes.
okay. What we're doing now is I wanted everyone to type in their definition of statistics and give me an example of what statistics looks like to you. Basically, how you would use statistics on this Padlet page. So far, we got 2 folks on here, and we have 8 participants, well, 7, not counting me. So we got 7 on here. So I should see 7 people's post. So far, I have 2. Still typing. Okay. What time is the Greek thing over?
Ain't no telling. And I'm gonna
Oh,
just be because it has a start time of 6:30, but they've been there for a minute, I guess, practicing and making sure that everything is in order. And then there's no telling how long everybody's presentations will be.
okay. Gotcha. All right. Miracle says, I believe a statistic is a number that tells us something about the data. An example of statistics is like taking a small group, finding a number that describes them, and using it to learn about the bigger group. Okay, very good. Uh-huh. What is that bigger group? What would be the definition of that bigger group? Um, I mean, what would we call the bigger group? Does anyone know? Let's see here. Someone said something in the chat. Let me see. Uh, somebody said Kimber. Oh, Kimber, go ahead and put it on Padlet for me. But you said here statistics is data gathered, data or information researched by different groups. It can be defined by different groups. Okay, people and numbers. Okay, yeah, Kimber, go ahead. Like you had said hello to me on Padlet. Go ahead and copy that into Padlet for me. Okay. Okay. Brianna. So I'm waiting for Brianna and Kalia and um, Kimber to post hers on there. And Naaman, are you still on Naaman? Did you leave? Guess he left. Okay.
Yeah, he left.
Okay. Here go. So it's 6 of us on here. It says 8.
I'm typing right now. The Wi-Fi is lagging or something. I'm typing.
Oh, it's slow. Okay. Let's see here. Miracle, Kimber, Kalia, Jamisha, Maje, Brianna. Okay. So, Jariah. This out the way. All right. Kalia, there you are. Stats are the analyzing and recording of patterns of data like determining the average amount of money spent by customers spent at a store. Okay. Yeah, that's a good example. Uh, Kimber, I actually, let's see, said something. Okay. So the question that I asked next is, so what would be the name of that bigger group when if we're using statistic terminology for it? What's the name of that bigger group? And you could just say it out loud. What would that be classified as? Or what would be the term that we would technically use for a bigger group?
The
Miracle?
population.
Population, definitely. Yes, yes. The bigger group terminology for a bigger group would be the population. So out of that, you have so how you can't study the whole population, so how would you tease out and I gave you a hint. What would that term be?
Sample.
What the sample? Who said that? Right?
Me.
Oh, very good. Very good. Yeah, it would be the sample. So then a sample is, by definition, what would you say a sample is?
A smaller part of the population.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so basically it is the sample is drawn from the population because you can't study everybody. So it's basically a way to study a larger group of the population in order to generalize. And when we say generalization, we mean that we can basically say because we have this group of people in the population, we use that same population, but we drew from a few of the participants from it. We took out a few of the people from that or participants to be in our study so that we could study them and say, well, based upon the population, we took a sample from the population, they are doing this or that. And so, therefore, you're referring to the sample as the population because you were able to make some type of reference towards them or some type of get an understanding for the population based on the smaller sample. Now we talk about random samples, and the book talked about random samples. Why do you think they call them random samples?
I think it's to preserve integrity in the survey. Like you don't
Yeah.
want everybody in the population to be completely biased. And so they pick out random people just to, yeah, that's it, and protect integrity.
Mm-hmm. So basically, the sample, so it's sort of like pulling out of a hat, names out of a hat instead of just going and say, hey, I want you, and you, because you can see them. But if you put your hand in a hat, you can't see what the names are. So everyone has an equal chance of doing or being a part of the study, basically, if their name is pulled, because it's fair. Everyone's in there. It's sort of like if you're winning a gift card or something and someone puts your name in the pot. So you have a chance, just like anybody else whose name is in the pot, to actually get that, win that gift card as well. So that's good. So looking at the Padlet page, what would you say the population is here?
College students, college upperclassmen. HBCU upperclassmen.
Okay. In statistics, social science, statistics, online, remote. So this is the class, which is the population. And so even within the population, even within the samples, there's differences, right? Between them because we're individuals, yes, but those individuals have different characteristics. So it can't be um your research can't be all the way factual in the sense that they're not identical. You're not even identical twins. Identical twins aren't identical to the point where they're like the same, like nothing has changed. They do the same things, they are the same, that sort of thing. Um, so we have some sampling error there. So in sampling, has anyone ever heard about sampling error before this class? Okay. Okay. How did you know about it, Maje?
I know I've heard of sampling errors in a class prior to this one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm familiar with the term.
Yeah. So, if you have ever been, watching the results of the polls, there's always a sampling error, right? You know, this is like there's a margin of 1 to 2 to 4 or whatever it may be. Like there's a small bit of error here because there are differences within the voters, So that's why it can't be like 100% accurate per se, because in statistics, there's always some sampling error. Brianna, I see you posted here. You said statistics deals with every aspect of data, which could mean numbers and math. Example, the average number of points earned students in one math class at the end of the term. So very good. Yes, definitely that. Okay. And I think we're going to stop right there because I'm going to let you all.
Can you see me, Miss? Like,
Yes, Dr.
am I
Locke.
lagging?
Yes. Say what?
Like, am I lagging? Am I
Are,
lagging? Like
yes, you are doing a little lagging even in
it
your.
won't let me
It
type the
won't let
button.
you.
No, I don't know why. I know it was storming early over here where I live at,
Oh,
but I don't
okay.
know why.
And
It
I
let me type.
see. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I do see. Well, your first post that you did 34 minutes ago. So, okay.
I was
So,
having a hard time.
so definitely that's good. So you all those are just a few of the basic terms that we'll learn in chapter 1 and how you would use it uh in everyday life. Like you all have a pretty good head on your shoulders about this as far as how you would use statistics, and your examples were clear and understandable. So we're going to stop there today because I did say I was going to let you all out a little bit earlier, but next week we're going to have a full class, right? Everyone that's not here but maybe listening, watching right now, I expect you to be in class by 6, and there should be 20 people in here. I'm 19. I think I'm losing one. So, but please come to class and be ready to discuss. Read chapter 1. We might even get to chapter 2. So go ahead and do your chapter reviews for chapter 1 and chapter 2 and get those done by Wednesday, and then post them into the discussion forum. And again, remember to label it at the top, chapter 1, and then do another one, chapter 2, do them separately. And if there's any issues with that, if for some reason it's not allowing you to change it up like that, I think it will. But if it doesn't, then I will go in and divide it up and just have separate chapters for you. But I think it'll do it that way. Um, and then that way you go in, make sure you respond to 2 posts uh, as you do that as well. And tomorrow I'm gonna look at the syllabus and make sure it's correct and put the revised one out there. It pretty much the same um assignments you'll be doing that's on JICS, like I've already posted and everything and populated things. So again, just don't be a procrastinator just because I'm allowing you all to have a window to get everything in before midterms. Don't do that. Just, stay up to date so you won't be overwhelmed because I know you all have other class, work responsibilities, and all this kind of stuff. So just make sure you do that. And I will see you all on Thursday. I'm going to go ahead and do the 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 roll. I'll do it. You all don't have to stay. I'll call it out next week because I'm sure everyone will be here. And thank you for coming. I'm going to just stop recording right now for this one. So come to class next week, everybody. All right.